As part of the Magna Carta's Festival800 celebration, I'm here with a very special lady, Sheila McCauley Keys. So I know you've travelled a very long way tonight. Why are you here?
Well, I'm here tonight because myself and my siblings have written a book about my aunt, Rosa Parks. It's called Our Auntie Rosa. The family of Rosa Parks remembers her life and lessons, and I wanted to share that with everybody here in Lincoln. And I thought it was really important that we're celebrating the 800th anniversary of a really important document, the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, it is the basis for our Bill of Rights in the USA. So I thought it was really cool to be invited here. So.
How important is it to you for sharing your Auntie Rosa's story?
It's really important to share her story because she was a humanitarian. She loved people, and she felt like every human being deserves human rights. And so she was an activist all of her life, and so it just came together with the Magna Carta, and some of her thoughts, so, and I believe in those things as well. So, human rights for every human being that's on planet Earth. I believe in humans.
What do you hope people will take away with them tonight?
I hope they'll get a better understanding of the personal side of Rosa Parks, what type of woman she really was, how she took care of her brother's children, which I'm one of them. After they passed away, my parents, she stepped in, became mom and dad to all of us. And I hope to get a better understanding and a better feel of what type of woman she really was, her spirit.
Did Rosa often talk about the bus journey?
She really didn't talk about what happened to her that day on the bus with me, and she really didn't talk about some of the problems that she had in the South growing up with me. We talked about pleasant things, my children, and things that we like to do. Both of us like to do yoga. We talked about those type of things, just everyday life. She didn't talk about her days as activist with me. I learned a lot about that from my siblings. I have 12 siblings, so I learned a lot from them, in story. When I visited with her, it was a hug and a kiss and come sit down and talk to me, and that's it. So that was lovely. I liked it.
How active was Rosa in her later years in relation to human rights?
She was very active up until, I would say, maybe the late 90s, because she had developed dementia and she was getting ill, but she was very active. She was on the forefront. Anything that was going on, she still kept current events. She watched news. She had articles, papers. She was a person that guarded world events. She was always interested in what was going on with human beings all over the world, not just in the U.S.
Would she be happy with the human rights now?
No, because I'm not happy with it, and I'm sure that she wouldn't be happy with it due to what is going on in the U.S. and all across this world. I'm just seeing how human beings are being treated, not as people, but as something to be discarded. I think she would be very unhappy with that. Not to say that there is some good in this world. There is good, but then there's bad as well, and that's what we need to step up and do something about. I believe that is what she would be pushing if she was here, and what she would want me to do as well.
What's your view on Rosa's story?
I think she just was one of the most courageous people say if she wasn't even my aunt, that I have ever met for doing or taking some stands that she took. I commend her spirit for even stepping up and doing what she did in a time where in America, if you had done what she did, and she was given death threats and all different types of things, people were killed for less than what she did. So she took a big risk. That's why I say she's courageous for stepping up and doing that. And it was planned. She planned to do it, and I found that amazing, because I always believe, oh, my aunt just sat on the bus and wouldn't get up one day because she was tired. Nope, this was a strategy that Martin Luther King, Ralph Abernathy, they actually sat down and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And it's going to come, one of these days. I didn't know that. But when I found out, I even have more respect and more admiration for her. Because I said, wow. And I always wondered, could I do that? Could I do that? I don't know if I could, but I don't know. The circumstances, I know they were bad for her, but I don't know me living now if I could have done that. At her age, she's 42. But she actually sat down and said, I'm not getting up. So I just have so much admiration for her.
That moment on the bus was one of the most iconic moments for civil rights in the 20th century.
I think that it was one of the moments, and I think it was a moment that sparked something that the U.S. had never seen before, and that was the coming together of the black people in the South like no other time. I believe they had only planned to boycott for a day or two, and it lasted for over a year, 381 days. So it was an iconic moment. I agree with you there.
So thank you for coming this way to talk to the Lincolnshire people, and I know that the audience is very excited.
Thank you.